In 785 BC, the Assyrian Empire was one of the cruelest and most aggressive in Mesopotamia. The Assyrians destroyed scores of cities and villages, and they forcibly relocated and enslaved Jewish people. In parallel to how the first missionary families of Hawaii destroyed the way of life of native Hawaiians and later on enslaved them legally up until 1959. Now, Assyria was one of the Jewish people's most feared and hated enemies. The prophet for the nation of Israel at that time is named Jonah. Remember Jonah? He's the guy that got swallowed by the whale. So, okay, let me tell you the events that led up to him being swallowed by the whale. In Jonah chapter 1, verse 2, God says to Jonah, "Go to the great city of Nineveh, and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me." Nineveh is part of the Assyrian Empire. They're the enemy. And Jonah's like, why? And God is like, they're wicked. That's why. And Jonah's like, yeah, but why are you warning them of their wickedness? Why don't you just let them stew in their own toxic, narcissistic, evil ways until they cannibalize and kill each other? And God is like, what do you mean? And Jonah's like, well, when you say warn, right, that means you're trying to warn them. God is like, yeah. And Jonah's like, so you're trying to keep them from harming themselves. Like a warning. A warning's like, kind of like you intend to protect them or something. Like protect them from themselves. Like it's like warning an alcoholic. Like the intention is that they're going to stop drinking and stop getting blackout drunk every night. God says yes. And Jonah's like, well, wait. Are you trying to save them? And God is like, just give them a warning. If they choose to heed your warning, then yeah, they'll probably develop healthier habits. Jonah's like, WTF? I mean, are you actually, no, don't. No, you're considering being friends with these guys? And God is like, they're rich, Jonah. They have a lot of land. Jonah's like, they stole from us. They're slaves. Those are sacred, ancient, holy lands. You know this, that belong to the Jewish people. And God is like, yeah, but they own it. It never hurts to have rich friends who like you and can use their resources to restore and rehabilitate the nation of Israel. Think of it as building strategic alliances. Jonah's like, you're kidding me, right? You want me to forgive our oppressors and actually work together with them to build a common solution for the very people they enslaved? That's like greenwashing, man. And God is like, I think I know where you're going with this. And I'm just asking you for like a 30-second PSA, a public service announcement. It's like a quickie warning to a bunch of buttholes who have a history of exploiting cheap labor. And I'm asking you to ask them to use their money, power, authority, and resources to help out the sick, needy, poor, and oppressed. And Jonah is like, they are the cause of the problem, not part of the solution, okay? And God is like, Jojo, Jonah. And Jonah, he stuffs the ends of his dreadlocks into his ears. He's like, and Jonah's like, screw this. So he gets on a boat and sail away, sail away, sail away. He sails away on a boat. There's a storm, and Jonah is thrown into the sea. So Jonah chapter 1, verse 17 says, now the Lord provided a huge fish to swallow Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. You know how much that sucks. Have you guys ever been stuck inside of a fish? start having memories of when you were in your mother's womb. It's like flying coach. There's no leg room. And if you don't do yoga, you don't have the flexibility to curl up into a ball for 72 hours. And then your hip flexors are like, oh.